Hey there, this is Elaine and I'm in my studio and I wanted to share with you a favorite tool that I like to use for sketching, especially out in the field. I'm hoping my internet holds up. It's been a little squirrely today. But it's a pencil I love to use. It's called a Sketch and Wash. And this particular brand is made by Generals. I'll hold it up here so you can see it. It's a Generals Sketch and Wash. But there are other manufacturers of this particular pencil. And I want to share with you why this pencil is so awesome. So I'm going to do a little sketch of one of my favorite subject matter, which is a tree. You can see this pencil is pretty soft. It's really black when it goes in, which we really like. But this is what I love about it, is that you can do little colors like this. It's not actually color, it's gray. And then when you wet it, you get a beautiful wash. So I can pull lights and darks. You know, the tree structure is like groupings of leaves, and there's light and shadow in that. So when I'm doing a tree, I like to get my initial shape here. Make sure there's holes in it. Those are called sky holes. They actually have a name, sky holes. Where the sunlight would shine through. And also there's areas where you would see branches. But I just have to very lightly color this with this pencil. And I've got a wash. It used to be that to get this kind of effect, you'd use graphite pencil, but then your wash would usually be an ink wash. So this is really convenient to have everything in one tool. I won't do the whole tree, but I wanted to share this tool with you because I love it. I have another one I'll show you here in a sec. Let's get some of this in here. Starting to look like a tree. I should check on this, make sure that I have internet still going. We have Comcast for our internet, and we've had some issues with them lately. So this is great, black and white. And like I said, this is wonderful for out in the field for studying lights and darks. There's another tool I love, also extremely transportable. This, I'd been using this, something like this, a different manufacturer of a water-soluble pastel. This is a really good brand though. This is Aquarelle, and it's smaller and harder. So that's what I like about it. But I can use this to bring some color into this. This is a moss green. And this is also water soluble. So it looks like I'm coloring with a crayon, but actually when I wet it, I get beautiful watercolor effects. And it dissolves pretty well. One thing I don't like about a watercolor pencil is that usually you can still see the pencil strokes when you use it, but this dissolves much more completely. So you can get some subtle greens in there. Isn't that pretty? And green and red make brown, so I can do some strokes of this. Even though a tree trunk is not really brown, it's mostly a gray color. I've got, what's this? Indian red. And those two together will make a brown color down here. It's subtle and soft, and I like that about it. Okay, so it's a sketch and wash pencil. This is a 140-pound watercolor paper that I'm using. You'd have to use watercolor paper or something that was made for water medium in order to not have it buckle on you. Cool, huh? I have a favorite poem about a tree. I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree. I love the last line in it, which is, poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. Have you ever hugged a tree? I highly encourage you to hug a tree. I know that sounds really silly and woo-woo, but the power of it will kind of surprise you. It did me the first time. There's life and energy in them. Just completely amazing. All right, that's all I'm going to do for this little demonstration. My brush is a Mimic Kolinsky. Love it. Mimics Kolinsky Sable, which is the most expensive watercolor brushes, but because this is synthetic, it behaves surprisingly a lot like real Kolinsky Sable. And it's soft, it holds water, and it springs back into shape, and it has a lovely point, as you can see. There, sharing with you one of my favorite brushes too. I'll work on this some more, but for now, I may post the finished one once I get it all finished. For now, you've gotten to see some of my favorite tools. Ta-da! Have a great day. Bye.